Hey, welcome to day one of our 30 days of yoga. We're actually going to go for a bonus day, 31 days, since we're going to do the whole month of August. So thanks for joining me. I am so grateful that you're here, and the purpose of this is just to get in the habit of getting on the mat or on a chair every day, anywhere from 15 to 30 minutes. So we're going to start the practice standing up today, which we may not even get to the mat until the very end. That's kind of how we're going to roll with this. Each day is going to be a little different practice. As we progress throughout the month, things will get a little bit more challenging occasionally, not all the time. And we're just going to kind of get into our bodies and really kind of rediscover that part of us that maybe we have pushed aside out of busyness of life. So we're going to start at the top of the mat. My mat is set up at a diagonal. And here's what I just want to preface this 30 days with. When I typically teach a recorded video, I do not practice with you. For this 30 days, I'm going to go ahead and practice with you. So if you're used to my teaching style, feel free to just maybe even turn your phone away or your tablet away so that you don't even see me, because there is a visual competition comparison that we don't even realize, and it's not in the sense like, oh, I need to be like her. We're just competing for our attention away from our own body, away from our own sensation. So just know that. If you're brand new though, follow along with me, get to know kind of the cues that I use, the shapes that our bodies will make. But then I will often advise you or invite you to close your eyes just so that you can really get the sensation of your body, because it's not what I'm doing and you're not trying to match my shape whatsoever. It's your body, your practice, and let's get going. So we're gonna start at the top of our mat. Feet are gonna be right underneath the hips. Hands are gonna turn softly away from you. Palms face forward. Go ahead and close your eyes. And take a long, beautiful breath in. And a long breath out. And one more, just like that. Long breath in. And a long breath out. Drop your chin to your chest. Keep your eyes closed if you're comfortable in doing that. Also to note, when we practice with our eyes closed, it really reinforces our inner balance. And it can be a little challenging in the beginning, but our brain begins to learn where we are in space. And that's kind of nice. So if you're comfortable, keep your eyes closed. On your next in-breath, we're going to lift the chin up to the sky, opening up the throat, not compressing the neck, just soft lift. And then an exhale, chin to chest. We're going to do two more, just like that. Just follow the own rhythm of your own breath, inhaling up. And exhaling, chin tucks to the chest. We got one more. Beautiful breath in. And a long breath out. Circle your arms up to the sky. Long breath in, lift your nose. We're just adding some arms here. Exhale, arms float down, chin returns to the chest. Two more, just like that. Circle the arms, lift the nose, take a breath. And exhale, circle the arms down, tuck the chin, turn the palms. One more, inhale up. And exhale, chin to chest. And pause here. We're just going to drop our right ear over to our right shoulder. And then take your left shoulder and be very intentional as you drop it down. Tick-tock your head back to neutral. Left ear, left shoulder, and be intentional with the right shoulder. Maybe try to just reach those fingertips down an inch or so. Return the head to neutral. Close the eyes if they're not already closed. Bring your hands to heart center. Oftentimes we set an intention for this beautiful month of August. I want you to contemplate the idea of the abundance in your life. So if you're a gardener, we're coming into harvest time, where the work that we have done from springtime, even before spring, we start the little seedlings in the house, or we start planting the garden. It's all coming to this place of harvest. And if you're not a gardener, just think about everything that you have in your life, material and non-material, that fills you up, that consumes your heart, that makes you feel full. We're going to talk about this all month long. Let's start with a simple sun salutation. Lower your palms, turn them away from you. This is a subtle way of just squeezing the heart forward. Inhale to reach up, look up, maybe open your eyes. This time on your exhale, we're going to bend our knees soft, circle all the way down. This first forward fold of August, we're just going to go slow. So my knees are bent here, and my hands are just sort of close to my shins, definitely not the floor, definitely not my toes, and that's okay. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the legs-ish, straighten the spine. I know you might notice I still have a micro bend in my knees. It's not something I'm ready to just come into a full fold. On your next exhale, fold a little bit deeper, but bend those knees. You might feel sensation in your back, so go slow. Take a halfway lift, straighten the spine, straighten the legs, maybe a little bit more. Exhale to fold. We're going to do that one more time. It's called a halfway lift. Hands to the shins or the thighs, just not on the knee joint. Exhale, forward fold. This time on your inhale, roll the spine up slow to stand, just sort of stacking those bones one on top of the other. When you get to the top, shoulders creep to the ears, and then they drop down and the palms naturally turn. Close your eyes and just check in on how that felt. What will you do different on this next round of a half sun salutation? Let's give it a little try. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, swan dive forward, bend those knees. Let your arms find your shins or your thighs. Take a halfway lift. And exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. This time on your inhale, roll the spine up to stand. When you get to the very top, shoulders creep to the ears, and you exhale to lower the ears. We've got two of these. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Just notice that the breath is doing the work here. Take a halfway lift, you'll breathe. Exhale to fold. Roll the spine up to stand, slowly inhaling. Get to the very top, take an extra sip, and then exhale, lower the shoulders. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, swan dive. Notice the hamstrings are starting to lengthen, not feel so tight. Take a halfway lift, maybe the legs straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rebuild the spine. Notice the breath is partnering with you. Exhale, turn your palms, drop your shoulders. We're going to add on here. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, swan dive down. Take a halfway lift and a forward fold. Our right foot is going to step back. We're going to be low on the mat. Hands are going to stay on the mat and then sink your hips down just a little bit. If this is difficult for you, you might grab a stack of books or some yoga blocks to bring the floor a little bit higher. Perfectly okay. Okay, so we're just in this low lunge. We're just going to rock it a little bit. Okay, so I'm just taking my knee slightly over the ankle. It's safe to do with mindfulness. We don't want to stay there, but this is just allowing some movement here. And then steady the body. On your inhale, we're going to rise up. Okay, simple. It's called a high lunge. I'm going to keep my hands down for right now. We're going to maybe take the arms overhead if you don't have any shoulder limitations. Sink into the left leg, okay? Just place your hands on your left thigh, right hip's facing the top edge of your mat. All is well in the world. We're going to tee out our arms, thumbs go up. On your inhale, close your hands so palms touch. Exhale, open, sweep wide. We got two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Now, if you'd like, take your arms overhead. It's called a high lunge. If it hurts your back or you have pressure or your shoulders don't like it, keep your arms down by your side. Take one more breath here. We're going to spin open. Lower your back foot. It glues down to the mat. And tee out your arms. This is warrior two. Look at your left fingers. That's where your focus is. Make sure that left knee is bent a bunch. Sink a little bit more. Flip your left hand. Left arm to the sky. Reverse warrior. You're going to feel an opening through the left side body. That's what we're looking for. Take a breath in, and you're gonna cartwheel the arms nice and slow all the way back down to the mat, and then you're gonna hop that back foot just a little bit, halfway up your mat. Pyramid pose. Ideally, both legs are straight-ish. And then take your left cheek and pull it back. Just reach it towards that back wall. Take a breath here. Drop your nose towards your left knee. Rise up onto your right ball joint and just softly step the right foot to meet the left. Roll the spine up to stand. Get to the very top. Close your eyes, drop your shoulders. And then tune in again. Okay, just check in. If there was some thoughts that came in that I can't, I'm not, this is too much, then take a step back, take a breath, empty it on the exhale, and give yourself permission to just be in your own body, in your own way, with your own breath. And come back to your commitment of this 30 days together, just to tune into your body and to rediscover that place within us. Okay, so it starts with sensation that we feel, challenges that we feel on the mat. It's what we do with it in our mind. We have that limiting thought of I can't and I'm not. And that is exactly the opposite of our intention of abundance. Let's try the other side. Be patient with yourself. Inhale, arms circle up. Exhale, arms circle down. Soft bend in your knees. Be gentle here. Take a halfway lift and a fold. Left foot steps as far back as you can. Okay, hands are gonna stay low. If you need those books or blocks, you'll know next time to grab some. If you need to hop off the mat, pause this video and grab them, do that. So now we're gonna start with just some of that little bit of pulsing. The knee comes forward of the ankle. This just lengthens the left leg. One more. And then we're gonna come on up. So if we're unstable, make sure we have a chair or a wall, or we wobble and we giggle about it. Hands are gonna stay here. Okay, eyes are forward. Beautiful. Let's tee out our arms, thumbs rise. Inhale, sweep the arms forward, palms touch. Exhale, we open, maybe even taking the arms behind you a bit, getting a squeeze through the heart. Inhale and exhale. One more. Arms reach to the sky if that feels good in your body. If it doesn't, keep your arms down. Next time you inhale, spin the back foot down. Find warrior two, right side. So we're looking at our right hand. Right leg is bent, left leg is straight, and we sink. Flip your right hand, be soft here. Up we go, right hand goes high. Just a soft little side bend through the right side. Take a breath. Here's that windmill. Take an extra breath if you need to. Arms travel to the mat. Okay, the back heel lifts and we hop up and up halfway. Okay, and now pull your right cheek back. Pyramid pose. We should be feeling a lot of sensation through the hamstrings here. Take a breath in. Drop your nose towards your right knee. Lift your left heel and step gently forward to a fold. Second time is a little easier. Roll on up. Get to the top. Exhale and close your eyes. Okay, so a lot of times when we begin a yoga practice, even if we're seasoned practitioners, we start to feel a little ignite in the body. It has to do with the nervous system, the brain coming together, the way that the muscles respond to the breath. Just allow it to course through your body. We're going to take a giant step back with our right foot and turn towards that long edge of your mat. So I've come into this wide shape. My toes are forward, so my feet are parallel. I'm going to tee out my arms into star shape. Okay, right hand's going to drop, left hand's going to go high. You should feel a nice stretch through the left side body, a big stretch. Come back to star pose. Drop your left hand to your left thigh, right arm to the sky, and breathe. Beautiful. Come back to star pose. Lower your arms. We're going to turn our toes out so they're at the corners of the mat. So they're pointing towards those top corners. We're going to sit on a horse here. So I'm going to keep my legs as wide as I can. Thumbs to the inside, fingers to the outside, and I'm going to hinge forward. If you have hip pain or back pain, this is a wonderful stretch to come to. It takes pressure out of the spine, and it's just a beautiful way to warm up the back, especially if we sit a lot. Take a breath in here. On your exhale, dip your left shoulder to the center and turn and look over your right shoulder. Come back to center. Drop your right shoulder, look left. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale, center. Exhale, dip your left shoulder, look over your right. Inhale, center. Drop right shoulder, look left. Come back to center. Turn your toes forward, straighten your legs, and rise. We're going to come into a wide forward fold, and then we're going to make our way to the floor. Inhale, circle the arms up. Big breath in. Exhale, bend your knees and swan dive over your legs. We're going to come into a wider forward fold here. And then you will shift the weight slightly into your toes. Your hamstrings should be a little warmer than they were when we started. And if you're still really tight in the back of your legs, keep your knees nice and bent. Take a few breaths here. Next time you breathe in, we're going to bend the knees a lot and slowly roll on up. Turn your palms, step your feet together. We're going to turn back towards the top of your mat. We're just going to finish in a standing Shavasana today. So like I said, each practice is going to be very different. If at the end of this video you just want to lay on the floor and just surrender, feel free to do that. But there's another way that we can close this practice in a really beautiful way by staying upright. So we have not really had to worry about transferring up and down today. We're just going to kind of travel through the 30 days playing with different variations of the practice. Come back to where we began and close your eyes. We begin by recognizing the abundance of every breath. For most of us in our busy lives, in our lives where we have things to do and people pulling us in millions of directions, we have pain, physical pain, emotional pain, worries. We tend to take shorter breaths. So we're going to begin by retraining ourselves this 1st of August how to find abundant breath. So beginning at the base of your belly. On your next inhale, fill up a balloon in your belly. Let the balloon sensation rise into your chest, maybe even into your throat. And then exhale, empty the balloon. Nice and slow, coming all the way back down with your mind to the base of your belly. Close your eyes, fill up your balloon. Let it rise all the way to the throat. And then exhale, empty the breath. Empty that balloon all the way down to where we began. 2 more, just like that. Curl your fingertips slightly in. Soften the jaw, soften the eyes, smooth out the forehead. 1 more breath. Circle the arms up to the sky on your next breath in. Soft shoulders, soft eyes. Bend your knees and just drape the body over the legs. We're just going to hang here. Arms just hang and dangle, chin tucks. Head is heavy. Knees can be softly bent here, rounding the spine, just allowing the upper body to be heavy. On your next inhale, rebuild the spine slowly. Ground into those feet. Begin to straighten the legs as the spine becomes vertical. Eyes close. Palms turn forward softly. Take a breath in. And a breath out. And that is how we begin our day. Or maybe you finish your day. 15 minutes. 15 minutes to tune in, to recognize the abundance that begins with the breath, the body, with all that we have and all that we are. So continue to join me each day. A new video will be popped into your inbox tomorrow, and it may be at a different time of day, it may be at a different location. The purpose of this is to remind myself and you that you don't have to practice in a studio. You can bring a yoga mat in your car with you, and when you have a grassy area under a tree on your lunch hour, pop on the video. Practice when you can, where you can, and let's not make this a big deal. Let's just have fun with this and remember that coming back to ourselves through the practice of yoga can be remarkable transformation in our lives. So thank you once again, and I will see you tomorrow.